Hello and welcome to another edition of Motor Cars Enthusiasts. Right off the bat on the old show today, Mercedes-Benz released official pricing and production date for the brand new AMG GT, and we're going to be talking about the high-end version, the GTS. Now this particular machine gets a 4-liter, normally aspirated V8, putting out 503 brake horsepower and 479 pounds-feet of torque. 0 to 60 comes in a scant 3.7 seconds with a top speed of 193 miles an hour. Now Mercedes has actually released this vehicle will enter into production in April of 2015, which is not very far away, at a starting price for the GTS version being at $129,900 US. So I'm assuming if you want to get your hands on one and you live here stateside, you better get on your horse, head down to your Mercedes dealership, because I'm assuming this first go round of this machine is going to sell out rather quickly. Next up on the list, Porsche showing off this brand new machine. This is the 2015 911 GTS Club Coupe. Club Coupe is going to be exclusive to the United States market, and in fact, an exclusive to a special group of folks. In fact, the Porsche Owners Club of North America are actually going to get the first go round of these 60, only 60 models. That's for one for every year that the Porsche Owners Club of America has been in existence. Now, this particular machine gets the 3.8-liter flat 6, normally aspirated, putting out 430 brake horsepower, and that's linked up with either a 7-speed manual gearbox or a 7-speed PDK. The manual comes in 0 to 60 numbers at 4.2 seconds, and the automatic comes in at 3.8 seconds to 60, both of them having a top speed of 189 miles an hour. Again, only 60 of these things are going to be built, and the first 59 of them are actually going to put up for grabs exclusively to Porsche Owner Club members themselves. And then I'm assuming if those people don't gobble them up, then they'll get released to the general public, whatever would be left. But one of them, the 60th version, is actually going to be put up in a lottery for every member of the Porsche Owners Club of America, and one of those lucky folks are going to win one of these machines free of charge, or they may actually, the lottery, they may actually make you pay a little bit to get into that particular lottery. But still, nonetheless, you're going to get a 911 GTS, a Club Coupe, for a very, very fraction amount of the cost it's going to cost for this machine. Very exciting time to have an exclusive Porsche vehicle coming here to the US of A. Sticking with the Porsche group, the brand new Cayenne. I guess I shouldn't call it the brand new. I guess it's the last generation of the current generation of Cayenne. Made its official debut at the Detroit Motor Show. In fact, the turbo version made its debut there. That one getting a 4.8-liter twin turbocharged V8 linked up with an 8-speed PDK gearbox. And with, boy, this thing makes a fair amount of smoke. 570 brake horsepower and 590 pounds-feet of torque. 0 to 60 numbers come in at 3.8 seconds with a top speed of 176 miles an hour. Now, that being said, this thing is super fast. Under 8 minutes around the Nordschleife loop of the Nürburgring circuit. This thing is monstrously fast. 3.8 seconds to 60, that is no small feat for a car that easily probably weighs around 4,500 pounds. Now the more interesting thing, in a little conversation, the head of the R&D group at Porsche was talking with the folks over at Car and Driver magazine, said the next generation of the Cayenne, which is going to be all new, is going to be the most powerful and the fastest SUV in the world, which is a huge statement to make. I cannot wait to hear more about this. And this upper echelons with the SRT group with their Jeep, and you look at the Audi's building a brand new SUV, full-size SUV, supposedly coming down the pike soon. That big W12 that could make its debut in the new Bentley SUV, not to mention the Lamborghini Urus, and then even you look at Rolls-Royce is supposedly building an SUV. Yeah, that rarefied air up there with these high-performance vehicles, high-performance SUVs, that's quite a bold statement. But already at 570 brake horsepower, yeah, they don't have very much to go as far as this particular deal. Cannot wait to hear more about this particular machine. The new Cayenne, they haven't actually set up a release date of when we may see a concept, or maybe even at Geneva we may get a little sneak peek of this thing. We'll have to wait and see what comes of that in the future. And that's all there was that I thought was worth talking about for this edition of Motor Cars Enthusiasts. If you want to jump on over to the Facebook page, the link's down in the show notes. If you like us over there, we'd appreciate it. Also, if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, you can do so at any time. Get the first dibs on the brand new shows as soon as they come out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again real soon.